Hello everyone. SwitchX has received a lot of buffs over the past few months, which is amazing and very appreciated, but the core problems remain. I'm sure you are aware of those problems, but the biggest issue has always been the fact that the most effective way to play SwitchX is to spam FRS, which simply needs to go and shift the focus to morph attacks again and using both modes of the weapon fluently together. This issue really shines on faster and faster monsters where we can't keep up in terms of damage compared to other weapons, if we can't spam FRS properly. I do not want this move to be deleted or even nerfed. I love full release actually, but it is too much of it in order to deal proper damage. Another issue is ZSD being only really useful when the monster wants to flee, but this also only works if we are talking about terrestrial monsters. Flying monsters will simply shake you off as soon as they take off. In regular combat, the super long recovery animation makes it very risky to use CSD while dealing only mediocre damage if we are being honest. There needs to be a shorter recovery or a follow-up like Soaring Wyvern Blade from Sunbreak. The third issue, which we can probably all agree on, is that Power X mode or X mode in general needs some sort of buff. Part breaking, wound opening, damage, just anything on top of the 10 raw damage and better switch gauge generation. I've seen people complain about basically every aspect of this weapon, but I'd say those are the three biggest problems right now that really hold SwitchX back to what it could and should be. And now onto what we can do about it, all thanks to Riot, who brought this feedback form to my attention again on my Discord. The best thing we can do to combat this and bring attention to the matter is by using the feedback form, which you can find in the pinned comment below. Here you can contact Capcom for all kinds of things regarding Wilds, including feedback and suggestions. This is the perfect way to point out SwitchX's situation and hopefully get it fixed, reworked or whatever in the near future. What I would like you to do is take 3 minutes to fill out the form and just write a few sentences about SwitchX's issues. Politely, and just a few quick sentences about FRS spam, ZSD not being viable, X mode, Power X mode and whatever may concern you about the weapon. Rapid morph is also always a popular topic. I don't want to create a copy-paste text for you guys because I personally think it is better to have as many people as possible address the same issues in their own words. Maybe repeated texts will get filtered out or something like that, I don't know, but in the pinned comment I have some notes about what I think should be included in the feedback form. And I'm sure a lot of you agree. It takes 3 minutes to complete, you don't need to write a wall of text, and it could change SwitchX in the long run to return it to former glory, because even with these issues it is a super fun weapon to play. The moveset with the counter in sword mode, offset in X mode, the fluidity is there, the mobility is there, especially with focus mode. The style is there, but it is all held back by this over-reliance on FRS to deal the damage we should be able to do by playing the weapon to its full extent. And even with FRS we are behind a lot of other weapons. I mean, look at the records for Savage Omega. We are almost last place when we can't spam FRS properly. With AT Ray Dao we were at least in the middle field, but mostly thanks to full release slash. And if you think the weapon isn't fun or frustrating to play, I totally get it, but if you haven't, try to play SwitchX for a few hunts and not full release simulator. Your hunts may take longer, yes we know, we established that, but actually play the weapon to its fullest, it is so much fun. The moveset is the perfect upgrade from Iceborne, and yes, we are missing things in the moveset from Sunbreak because, I mean, obviously, since we don't have wire bugs, but it is so much fun and so satisfying regardless. So I hope we can get something done here and you can spare a few minutes for this matter. And I don't even want you to share my video and bring it to as many people as possible, no, just share the feedback form. Mainly for SwitchX of course, but again, you can give feedback to whatever you like. The more people write something about SwitchX, the higher the chances that we'll get changes. And one more time, I don't want FRS to be nerfed or removed from the game. It is a super sick move, but we simply see it way too often and other options in SwitchX's moveset simply deserve some more spotlight. They are listening to us, they are changing things, and with enough people I'm sure we can change something. Thank you all very much for your attention and happy hunting everyone.